dog. That's why you will not survive.
As a fan of bad TV, Britt, Veronica Mars was a show that I was into, and I got to say I was a little shocked when you showed up in an episode of it and played karaoke and sang Elvis Costello's Veronica. How did that come to be?
I was shocked to be invited. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody just called me up. Well, my manager called me up and was just like, "Hey, do you want to be on Veronica Mars?" I had to go, find out what Veronica Mars was. And I said, well, okay, that sounds like it'd be a hoot.
Right.
And it was. It was really fun.
And Kristen Bell, as hot in person as she is on TV?
Yeah, she's an attractive lady.
Yeah.
She was very nice. Everybody there seemed happy to have me around. So.
Nice.
Britt had his own trailer.
Did you really?
I did have my own trailer.
Was it complete?
Did I tell you that?
Was it complete Rockstar treatment?
Everybody had their own trailer.
Yeah. Now this isn't. Was this your first time on the TV? I mean, I know you did done the you had done the score for Stranger Than Fiction.
Uh-huh.
How did that originally also?
Just the music supervisor for that movie, who's done a lot of movies like Lost in Translation,
Friday Night Lights.
He's done a lot of them. We kind of bonded over our love for this soundtrack by Cliff Martinez, the Solaris soundtrack. And then after we bonded, then he was like, "Well, we got to work on something sometime." And I said, "Okay, let's do that."
And he just
asked.
Is doing a soundtrack different than writing songs for an album?
It's a lot faster.
Yeah.
And it's instead of just starting from scratch with, like, let's write a pop song. What about? I have no idea. Let's just start going. It's more like you start with, you're looking at the mood of the scene, and then you kind of have a starting off point. Like, this has to sound sad.
Let's talk about your guys' new album, which came out June. It was June or July. It's been out for most of the summer.
Yeah,
fall.
Yeah, July 11th.
And for me, the obvious question: Gaga, Gaga, Gaga. Who thought of the title?
Gaga, Gaga, Gaga.
Gaga, Gaga, Gaga.
I think it was Jim. Go ahead, Jim.
No, it's actually Britt. It was a working title for the second song on the record, called "The Ghost of You Lingers," because the piano part when Britt wrote it is
That's the way it sounded.
Yeah.
And that was it?
Like that.
And we liked that title.
I didn't know if it might have been like Babies, or you guys were tickling babies. Like, this is what we're going to go with.
No.
And that's funny is that the baby connection never once crossed my mind until after the record came out and people started suggesting that maybe that's what it was.
Well, that's because most people like me.
It just sounded like a machine gun rattle,
Yeah.
Not a baby rattle. Gaga, gaga, gaga.
Is that how they write it in comic books, or is it more like rat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat? That could be the next album title. You can take that now.
Rat-tat-tat.
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 So,
Zing tum tum.
Now, one of the things, even though it's not Babies, one of the themes, at least in prior records, that seems to show up is Chicago somehow. How? Obviously, you've been asked that before. What was that reaction?
Not really. Only when I'm in Chicago.
Yeah.
So it's funny to be here. Why? I don't know. I think it's just kind of. I was dating a girl who was from Chicago. Maybe that was where the first one came from. And then after that,
lived there for a little while.
I lived there for 3 long months.
Yeah.
Excuse me. We need that cough button.
I know. Well, we're not that. We're not that professional. It's okay. All right, so Spoon tonight headlining our big show, the FNX Miracle on Tremont Street, is presented by Miller Lite. I hope you guys have a great show. I can't wait to see you guys.
Big Jim, it's nice to meet you. Nice to talk to you. Thanks for having us over.
Thanks, Jim.
You can, if you want to say
Other Jim.
No. I'll use it tomorrow.
We're calling him Other Jim all day.
All right, Other Jim.
Even when you're not around.